If you're thinking about selling a home in the next 60 to 90 days, or you know somebody that is, you need to hear today's discussion. Hi, I'm Jason Geroux. I'm the owner and designated broker of 410 Real Estate, a multi-million-dollar producing agency here in Gilbert, Arizona. So today we're going to talk about reasons that sellers need to keep their eyes on the market and think about selling in the near future. Before we do that and get started, can you go ahead and do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. We would love to add you to the 410 family and let you know when we put out videos like this. We try and do real estate videos that help. We also go around town and show you local businesses and introduce you to things coming to town so that you're in the know and you can share with your friends some of the cool stuff happening around town. So I wanted to just kind of touch on three major issues or three major concerns or questions you should ask yourself when you're thinking about selling. I always say this on all of my videos, but what is your goal and which one is going to match up with your individual goals? Do you need capital now? If so, that also obviously is a factor in selling. Are you cash flowing right now on the rental investment property if it's not your primary home? That's a question, because if you're cash flowing, maybe you can afford to hold off selling for now if you don't need the money right away. And then, what does your family need? Are you looking to move up? Are you looking to downsize? Are you looking to get into a new place and you're trying to decide whether to sell or to rent and hang on to the one you have? So it's really going to come down, first of all, to your personal family goals and what you need to do to make those make sense. Interest rates have been crazy low for buyers for a long time, and I always love to hear from mortgage professionals that they'll come out and say, man, rates have gone up, and you're looking at it and it's still like 3.25%, 3.5%, even if it's gone up. I remember when we bought our first house, I think we were somewhere around 7%, and I know that folks in my parents' generation, when they were buying their homes, they could have been in the 12, 13, 14% range. So the idea that 3.5% is high tells you how the market has been recently. But interest rates can't stay low forever. The Fed has to work with the prime rate, and they have to make adjustments according to how the economy is growing or not growing. And we're expecting at some point that they're going to raise rates. They already raised rates for investors, so that did make it a little bit more expensive for an investor to buy a property, but we're expecting rates to go up in the future, in the near future, maybe 6 to 12 months or less, just to see what happens with the economy and what they decide to do. When you hear a message that the Fed has increased interest rates, that's not how mortgage rates are based. So keep that in mind and always consult with a mortgage professional to see if there's an effect, and if so, what it is based on the Fed's movement. We are seeing a bit of a slowdown in the market. We had a lot of buyers that I think maybe got discouraged when they were out looking and they were putting in offers and they kept losing multiple offers, and so they decided to step back. Well, now it looks like inventory is actually growing a little bit, and so buyers are starting to come back out. But the reason I bring that up as a reason to potentially sell is if this trend continues, we're going to start moving our way back toward a balanced market and away from a massively skewed seller market. Does that mean that as a seller you can't still get a great deal in a year for the home, make the money you need to make and all that kind of stuff? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is, obviously, supply and demand, as those start to even out, the scales become more balanced and the negotiation becomes more balanced, and sellers aren't necessarily in the driver's seat at that point. You could still be fine in a year or two potentially, but I just want you to know that there is a slight slowdown now, and inventory is creeping up. Now, granted, some buyers are coming back out, but our month supply that we have on the market is going up consistently right now for the last couple of months. So if you're thinking about selling and you're worried about that balance coming back, just make sure that you're putting that into your consideration when you're thinking about it. I hope that was helpful. Wanted to kind of go over the reasons to think about selling in the next 60 to 90 days. If you have any questions about these sorts of things, let our team know. We'd be happy to let you know what your home is worth. Even set you up on weekly or monthly or quarterly alerts so you can keep an eye on what's happening in your market. Love to do that. No cost, no obligation. Let me know. Otherwise, if this video was helpful, do me a favor. Click the share button, share it with a friend. Let them know, especially if they're thinking about selling, how the market's doing here in the Phoenix area. And really appreciate having you along for the ride. And we will see you next time on the next video.